She hopping in bands, yeah, she invited her friends over. She toxic as hell, she spending my money on clothes, girl. She taking a left, taking a right, baby girl, yeah, it's all night. She driving the Benz like all night. You drunk in the Benz, you want mine. Casamigos margarita, cash, you know me, babe, I'm a sweetheart. Like I'm picking you up on your feet up. She in the backseat, I'm sipping on Moet. We getting lit all night, yeah. We pull to the flush and lit all night. The drip so tight, yeah. I can't stop till the leg got mine. Shorty don't wanna fight, so keeping it, but I want to. I'm sipping on drinks, I want to. I'm smoking on blunt, I want to. You tripping, smoking a blunt, I'm tripping. I hit a little puff, I'm dipping. I'm fly, but I don't care. I'm so high, like you staring, bro. You need it, like shawty, you don't feel completed. And she checking on me till she see it. And she taking these shots like a demon. Like 1, 2, yeah. Shawty wanna fuck my bros. Like I don't even really care though. I know that I'm making that dough. I just wanna go, you need relax. Like a 360, yeah, you really all that. I know when you chill, when I hit from the back. You know what you choosing, you know what you want. I'm packing a blunt, and I'm smoking that blunt. I chill with the shorties, I hop in the yacht. That little bitch, and she liking my spot. She hop in the Benz, she invited her friends over. She toxic as hell, she spending my money on clothes, girl. You taking a left, taking a right, baby girl, yeah, it's young. Now you driving the Benz like Honda. You drunk on the Benz, you want mine.
Ooh, keep it together, binary. Keep it together. What is up, you two? It's your boy Binary back at you with another live video. Hey, yo, forgive me, y'all. Forgive me, your boy. I know you can hear it in my voice. Your boy ain't feeling too hot, but I'm feeling all right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling too hot, but I'm feeling all right. And the reason why I'm feeling all right is because I'm talking to you guys. I haven't been talking to y'all for a hot minute. You know what I mean? Uh, it is the holiday season, and as far as being a content creator, if you don't really take the holidays off, like when are you really off? You know what I'm saying? When do you Now, if you don't really have a life outside of this, and I'm not downing anybody that pours their all, they give it their all, they give it their all. I'm not downing anybody that does that. I'm not taking shots. It's shot o'clock. I'm not taking shots. I'm just saying, like, if like this is all you got, you know what I mean? You don't have nothing outside of this, then I understand why you were live for a very long time, and I understand why you're probably gonna be live and bringing in the new year. I understand, like, you know, because family, excuse me, God, family is extremely important. Family is extremely important, right? Hold on. If any day I needed this Kirkland to work, it is on today. And if your YouTube family has taken the number one spot as far as your primary focus, your singular focus, as far as all of your attention, all of your efforts. You give Christmas gifts to your YouTube family. You're expecting gifts from your YouTube family. I mean, you went to Instagram and you said Merry Christmas to a lot of your YouTube family on Instagram. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that there's an issue with all that. I'm saying, but if that is your only primary focus, then I understand why you're always live, because you have that in you, that you want to connect with your family, because maybe your mom doesn't want you around, or your dad disowns you, maybe, or you have brothers and sisters that are blood brothers and sisters, but in this case, blood is not thicker than water, so there's no other options. So I get why you would be live, you know what I mean, around the clock. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to those content creators that keep people like myself, busy and interested in what's going on in the beefing sector and black sector and Umar sector and Mo3 sector and dirty sector. So shout out to y'all, because, after the festivities, you know what I mean? After the food. Oh my gosh, the food, man! And after the long ass nap on the comfortable ass couch, after the games that I played with my family, we played about 10 games in a row, and they were fun, and there were candy prizes, and I won 1 out of 10, and I'm very competitive, so I was a little bit upset. I'm not gonna lie. And we have an MVP chain, so if you win a game, you get to wear that chain for the next game. And man, I only got to wear it once, and I was like, damn. And the game that I won was very questionable. Did I cheat? I don't think I cheated, but I was wearing the chain. You know what I mean? And after all that, and the unwrapping of presents, like actual physical presents, and then to watch your family and your extended family and your friends who you consider family, who all crashed your pad as if it was theirs, which I have no problem with, after watching them open the gifts that you bought them. You know what I mean? The gifts that you and your wife, you sat down and you saved your money and you thought through some things. And so even these people that are not part of your immediate family feel like they're part of the family. After all that, and after football, after the Vikings versus Detroit, and after all those games, the Cowboys versus the Commanders, the game was pretty much watching me, because my black ass was asleep, right, on the couch after all the fun festivities. After all of that, right, and then I wake up and I realize, oh wow, everybody's knocked out because they had such a wonderful Christmas. Man, let me check and see who's live. let me see. And the way I opened up this monologue is, the way I'm gonna end it. I had no issues with who was live. You know what I mean? Who has been live for hours and hours and hours on Christmas, because all those things that I described, they got virtually. What up, Sparkles? Sparkles, the first one to touch down in this messy ass chat. Good to see you, Sparkles. There's my Harley Quinn right there. Shout out to Unbother for real. Hopefully, everybody that I'm shouting out is still here, because I am late than a mug, right? Shout out to Diva D. I see you. CJ is in the building. Ron P. Shout out to Ron P. Fist in the air for Ron P. CJ Codification Squad. Stand up. Black Strawberry Apple. Thirsty. Damn it. Thirsty. Hmm. Interesting. Choo Choo is here. Lou is here. The Peoples is here. Cosmic Girl is here. Shout out to Cosmic Girl. Miss Shireen in the building. Miss Shireen want to see my black artist in Vegas. Listen, if I go to Vegas, right, it will be a good 5 minute experience. It will be like I'm 17 again. Was it good for you? It was all right, a little fast. Oh, okay. And then you guys will be over it, right? Like, oh, there's Binary. Hey, shout out to Binary, made it to Vegas. And that's about it. But shout out to Miss Shireen. Look at Phoebe in the building. Thank you so much for being here, Phoebe. I really do appreciate it. Miss BB is here. Just Roxy. Oh, just Roxy done changed her avatar. Lord. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You know what I'm gonna say about Just Roxy's avatar? I'm going to say, Dear God, turn me into a bird so I can fly far, far, far away.
Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away from here. Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away from here.
Yeah, that's what I got to say about that. Good to see you. Good to see you, Roxy. Good to see you. Who else is here so I can say hi to the peoples? This is for my people. Patricia Moore is in the building. Shout out to Patricia Moore. Good morning to you, lady. Gemini is here. Codification Squad, stand up. There's my green heart bandit right there. Shout out to Gemini. Rhonda Blouser is here. Shout out to Rhonda. Thank you so much for being here. All right, Cosmic Girl says she ear hustling every day. I'm hustling every day. I'm hustling. She ear hustling at work. Shout out to you. Hopefully, I can get you through a few hours of your work morning. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Rasta baby is here. Shout out to Rasta baby. Thank you so much for being here, Rasta baby. December baby, all the babies. Rasta baby, December baby is here. Codification Squad, stand up. Gubs girl is here. Okay. All right. TMO. Mm-mm-mm. Pacification. Damn, so many cation. Shit. So you'd rather go to pacification? Pacification knowledge. What's going on? No, not Lolo passing. Momma Lolo. Lolo's mama passed, and we're gonna talk about that. Yeah, Lolo's still alive and well. Well, I don't know how she's holding up, but we're gonna talk about it. All right. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Cool. All right. Boom. And shout out to you, Knowledge. It's been a hot minute, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, Knowledge, there's a person, he goes by the name of Goosey. Goosey is part of the black sector, doing a lot of beef sector content, but I think he's done. But Goosey is the you of the black sector. Goosey started being a part of the black sector and trolling when he was like 17. And so now he's like in his 20s, but he knows a lot. Just like you, Knowledge. Knowledge is our Goosey. Knowledge started in the Umar sector, young as hell, but at the beginning of it, right? Before I was even there. So it was always interesting that Knowledge, being way younger than me, would always put me and keep me on game of what's going on in the sector and why, the stars don't align with this camp versus that camp, or this versus that, and who did what, or whatever. So Knowledge TV is the Umar Johnson sector's Goosey. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, check this out. Even while sick, check this out. Man, even my voice might even sound better. Check it out. Yo. When the Rennie's in the system, ain't no telling will up or will I diss them. That's what they be yelling. I'm a pimp by blood, not relation. Y'all be chasing, I'll replace them. Hey, shout out to Rennie is in the building. Shout out to Rennie. Good to see you, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Codification Squad, stand up. And Jessica B is here. Why can't you ever see Diva D? I don't know, Gert. Diva D done got you blocked. Diva D, why you block CJ now? Diva D sick of this shit. She's sick. She's sick of you being non-biased, CJ. She's sick of your comments. She's sick of that wrench. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Why can't you see Diva D? I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with you. Make sure you got it on all. Because sometimes our chat filter can be on top messages. You got to change your chat filter to all, whatever. What is it called? All people or something like that. All messages, some shit like that. I don't know. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and talk about it, right? Because with that title, I already felt like I was in an interrogation room.
Now listen to me, you little bitch. I'm gonna ask you some real simple questions and I want some real simple answers. You understand? You bought the bottle of beer.
Damn. My title alone, people started spazzing out. And the reason why some people started spazzing out is because it's deflection at their finest. I mean, I've been working the slave shift and I ain't made shit. I wish I could buy me a spaceship and fly. Heaven knows. Heaven knows. There's so much drama in the LBC. It's kind of hard being binary DO double G, but somehow, some way. The exploitation of Lolo's pain, the negative commentary on the dead is so disgusting, isn't it? One thing for certain, two things for show. Maybe I said it wrong, but it still hits the same. Lolo loves people almost to a mother effing fault. Even the people she is beefing with, there is still a level of respect that she has for them for the mere fact that they are human. I think they're human. You never really see Lolo drag people the way that they drag her. She has this innate ability to let shit roll off of her shoulders. Get that dirt off my shoulders. I need to get that dirt off my shoulders. Now, she does internalize the pain. She just does not vocalize the frustration and hurt. She doesn't do that. Every once in a while, you'll catch her saying something slick because it just boils over. But if Lolo ever lost restraint of what makes her Lolo, there would be a fountain, an endless river, a freaking fountain of vitriol coming from her to a lot of people. That's just not her makeup. Now, before I jump into what I want to talk about as far as Lolo's concerned, I do want to preface it with this. Maybe, just maybe, it shouldn't have been publicized. This is not criticism. This is observation. Maybe, I'm saying maybe it shouldn't have been publicized. However, hopefully after today, or at least this hour, I have played my part in showing Lolo how much I genuinely care for her as a person. And if she did not publicize this, then I wouldn't be able to express my condolences publicly like this. So it's a two-way street, right? Now, unfortunately, on this two-way street, just because it's two ways does not mean it's even. Because in one lane, it's about 7 feet wide, while the other lane is 15 feet wide. So if you're driving down the two-way street in the 7-foot wide lane, that's the very few of us. Many are called, but few are chosen. There's very few of us that look at this scenario, situation, sadness, and we humanize it. But there is a broad road that leads to destruction. Shout out to the Bible, you know what I'm saying? where people minimize the humanistic elements in order to make content, salacious content, due to the information they heard. Now, there is nothing anyone can do about anything as far as those two lanes are concerned. You can't do shit except for talk about it. That's all you can do and really see people's motives. That's it. That is all. Shout out to Crafty. Crafty, did I say hello to you? I better have. What up, Hummer Girl? Shout out to Hummer Girl. Hummer Girl is taller than me. Ebony is in the building. Shout out to Ebony. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Ebony with an IE, damn it. Better get her shit correct. Ain't no Y in my shit. All right, I think I got everybody. Oh, Catherine Powell. That's my homegirl right there. Shout out to Catherine Powell. Love me some Catherine Powell. Love me some Catherine Powell. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. I really am not feeling too hot, but I'm feeling good because I'm with y'all. The crazy thing about Lolo, all you have to do is pay attention for 5 minutes and you can tell that Lolo is a people person. She loves and she loves hard and she loves to the best of her ability. Lolo reminds me of the type of person that will give you her all when she doesn't even have much. Those are the type of people I think the Holy Spirit seeks after and blesses the hell out of. Lolo will give her all even when she doesn't have much. If you find any interest in Lolo and you show her any amount of kindness, the return from her always outweighs whatever it is you sent her direction. It may not be financial or anything like that, but I mean, just the level, just the spiritual element of her love is always heavier and returns in more of an abundant way than what she received from you. I mean, we can see that clearly at the Grove, right? As far as the give and take relationship of her and Lemon, right? We know that the dynamic there is very unbalanced, right? And shout out to Lemon, that's my homeboy, but we know that it's very unbalanced. We know that Lolo gives way more, but that's not a shot at Lemon. That is a big up to Lolo in her character. Some people are probably jealous because Lemon has someone like a Lolo. Lolo does not have to pull a Shakim and pay $250 a week for the course of a month or two to camp on a panel and to receive a certificate. Know what I'm saying? Let me hold on. It was genuine love in the face of massive adversity. Even I was talking shit about Lolo's blind loyalty to Lemon. It's not Lemon's fault that he has somebody that is devoted to him and his cause. It's not his fault. Use that to your advantage, Lemon. And he does, because what Lolo does for Lemon is something he can't do for himself. And that is bringing the amount of care to himself. We've seen the knockdown, drag out fights between Lolo and Lemon. And we're thinking to ourselves, why would she go back? She must have this this abusive type thing to where she just wants to go back to her, what I mean? Back to her abuser or some shit like that. No, 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 no. It's because she does not allow virtual pettiness, drunkenness, drunken stupors, words that can always be easily taken back, especially if you're in the heat of something, to diminish her love for someone. That's rare. That's rare in real life. And so if it's rare in real life, how much more rare is it on these mother effing YouTube slash beef sector streets? Not only do we see the humanistic level of love that Lolo has for Lemon, can we pivot to an even deeper expression of her love that she has for her son? She has an undeniable joy and peace and love for her son. The way she beams, the way she lights up, the way she rocks out to his music. Not only for her son, but for her daughter as well. The way she compares every young subby content creator, whatever, to her family in order to express her sentiments towards her family shows that deep love that she has in her heart for her children. Her children are grown, but she still has that deep level of love, as if for at mama, I gotta protect. She's extremely proud of her kids. She says little mama Obama reminds, and Lemon reminds, and so many people. And one of the reasons why she loves the beef sector is because she has admitted and has let us know that her son is gay. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Damn, man. Ugh, being sick. Ugh. Shout out to Tastic T. Thank you for being here. Anybody else done crept into the building while I was, handling business? There's my Harley Quinn right there. Hopefully you heard me say hello to you, Unbothered for real. Good to see you. She has a deep love for her son. So not only do you see the love that she expresses for her enemies, which we're like, damn, how in the world? By not clapping back the way we know she actually could, because we've heard her drag a few times, and if she wanted to really put the pedal to the metal, she could do it. Just like me, right? Y'all know, like, if I didn't have to have this filter, it'd be nasty work, right? It'd be nasty work. And then we shift that and we see the level of love that a lot of us get frustrated with that she has for Lemon. Some people call it a blind loyalty. She just loves Lemon. She really does. And then we shift that over to real life, where she has a deep, genuine love for her kids. Now, what we cannot do. What up, ooh la la? What up, BCT? What's going on? What we cannot do, right, is we can't erase all of that truth, all of that love that she has when it comes to her mom. Lolo was and is a great daughter. Great doesn't mean perfect. And it's crazy because I was asking Lemon in the beef sector, how many people do you think there really are? I said about 6,000, maybe a little bit more than 6,000. So you have 6,000 people and a fraction of that watch you and expect perfection, but they know you can't be perfect. And so what they do is they hone in on your mistakes. Ooh, Gubs girl. Thank you so much for the coffee. I really do appreciate that. Let me get a sip right now. I really appreciate that. Let me get a. Let me hold on, because hopefully the Kirkland's gonna kick in and it can help me with whatever I got going on. Because I got so much to do today. Ooh, I'm already behind. Yep. Thank you, friend. Thank you for being a friend. Do. Travel down the road and back again. Do. Gubs girl, she got upset with me because I was talking shit about Jay Wilson being 50 something. And so I'm pretty sure she knows the Golden Girls. Hey. All right, so let me stop laughing because Ness went live and she said, I know Binary wasn't laughing for 15 minutes at the same damn joke. Shit. Busted. Damn. I do that. I don't know why. Damn it. Damn it, I'm doing it right now. Okay. I don't know, Gert. I don't know, Jessica. I'm sick and I'm still drinking. It's an addiction. Okay. My name is Binary and I'm addicted. I know this ain't gonna help. It's just gonna hurt in the long run. But damn it, I'm addicted to this shit. All right. So what typically happens is, and I'm guilty of this because this is part of content creation. This is part of sectoring. This is part of YouTube and the drama space that we are in. You look for the imperfections. Thank you for dropping that. You look for the imperfections. You look for when people mess up. You know what I mean? You look for all those things and then you pounce on that shit, right? So Lolo was and is a great daughter, but not a perfect daughter. You know what's funny is just Krista was talking shit. But there is no sign or trace on YouTube of just Krista's love for anyone outside of this application. Just Krista reminds me of those people in the episodes of Hoarders and shit. Maybe once a month she'll take a shower, maybe. But it just like whenever I like hear her live or whenever I see her when she cams up, I can only just picture her just surrounded by filth, you know? Because her delusions lead me to that. Just Krista thinks she's a baddie. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having that self-confidence. You know what I mean? I would say strutting around, but we have to say possibly wheeling around. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just in my mind, damn. In my mind, everything as far as just Krista is concerned does not seem functional. It doesn't seem functional. Hi, everybody. I am just Krista. I got a big ass. But you can't do nothing with my big ass because it's not functional. Lemon would be like, girl, turn over. Let me get it. Come on, girl. Let me do what it do. Let me do what it do. Oh no, the way my back operates and the way my knees would buckle. It's not functional. Lemon, you like my tickle bitties, Lemon? Yeah. Let me see. Let me take the bra off. Take the bra off, and now her nipples are on her knees. Titties, not functional. Hold on, let me hook you up. Let me hook you up. Hold on, let me eat a popsicle. Let me eat something that has some liquid to it to moisturize. Head game, not functional. What is that blister on your lip? That's my earring. I used to have an earring, a piercing. I used to have a piercing on my lip. Every once in a while, I can still get the piercing in, but when I take the piercing out, yeah, it's a blister. Lip piercing, not functional. Wigs, crooked, not functional. Makeup, don't stick, not functional. She reminds me of the lady on damn it, what's the name of that movie? I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. When Keenan Ivory Wayans was like, okay, fine, lady. I don't have 12 inches. I don't have 12 inches. I was lying just a little bit. She's like, oh, that's okay. That's okay. You see this ass that you like? It's not real. And she popped off her booty and threw it. And she started popping off all kinds of shit. She popped off her leg. That's just Krista. If Lemon or even just Krista's supposed man ever really meets up with her, it's going to be a journey to Mordor to get to the box. They're going to be returning the ring. And the ring is their Johnson trying to find the volcano in which to throw it in. Mordor. They are Fredo in this bitch. So just Krista has the nerve to try to downplay and talk shit to a person that does something in these spaces that's rarely ever done. And that is bring a genuine level of love, truth, and real mother effing life. Lolo's love that she has and had for her mother is an envious love that I have, which prompts me to be better towards my mom. I need to be better. Think about the joy. I know there is ultimate sadness, but think about the joy Lolo must have in her heart knowing that she cared for her mom all the way up until the end. There was no housing, there was no this, there was no that. She, out of the abundance of her heart, cared for her mother. Beautified her mother, made her mother feel beautiful. Is it time to do your hair? It's time to paint your nails. It's time to eat. Is it time to do this? In doing that in such a way where she gave us just a little glimpse inside of that world. And because of Lolo's deep love and and silly trust that she has for us on YouTube, a silly trust, we were able to see when she messed up as well. And I am guilty as charged. When she would show us how she messed up, I would be trolling my black ass off. Guilty as charged. But what I'm not guilty of is turning off the human element. Just Krista is not human. She's a mother effing gargoyle. She will turn to stone and sit on the stoop, perched. Waiting for nighttime. She's a gargoyle in this bitch. Everyone that runs into Just Krista and wants to build with her always looks bad in the end. That is her MO. That's how she gives it up on YouTube. That is her lane, and we know it. So why would we think that this person that she's linking up with right now, I think his name's Machiavelli, I could be wrong, some shit like that. Why do we think he's going to be any different? Yeah, things are good right now, but we already know what's to come. That's how she gives it up. It seems like if we break up, only just to make up, break up, make up, break up. I'm tired of watching this gremlins fake ass relationships on YouTube. They fake. Mary, Mary, why you bugging? I'll leave it there. I'm sick of it. Anything real from Just Krista's life, it's turmoil and turbulence and crashing and salacious. And there's the white man's paperwork involved. Oh, yeah, Blake. Yeah, Blake. Thank you. What up, Stephanie Collins? What's going on with you? Thank you so much for being here. Anybody else sneaking this messy ass chat? There go Black Mamba right there. Yup. McCrae is here. Lakendra is here. Thank you so much for being here. Sour Patch is my homegirl right there. Thank you for being here, Gert. All right. I think I got Vila Shay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Yup. Who else is here? I'm just looking, just trying to see who here. Just trying to see who here. You know what I mean? Just trying to see it. Okay. I think I got everybody. Let's go. All right. Oh, Too Big for Skinny Jeans is here. Okay, now. Mr. Blake the Rapper, Lord. Ghetto is here. Shout out to Ghetto. Ghetto, we thinking that you are, I forgot the person's name, but we think we know which troll account is yours in Lemon's chat. And if that is your troll account, shout out to you, sir, for being great as a troll in the chat. So Lolo brought a very humanistic side to the beef sector that is needed for those of us that are balanced. You see, the Bible is very specific when it says, don't cast your pearls among swine, right? So she's casting these pearls and they are getting trampled on. What we cannot do is turn a blind. Look at Mel. 8 months. Wait, that's not Mel. The Mel is contagious. Contagious gardening. Oh, forgive me considering shit. I'm tripping. See, considering he's like, you giving my contributions to someone else, Negro. Let me go ahead and get to my Google AdSense stuff and let me go ahead and no, please don't pull your membership. Considering, thank you so much. You know, I appreciate you. Oh shit, what was I talking about? Damn it, what was I talking about? What they talking about? They talking about none. What they talking about? They talking about none. What they talking about? They talking about none. Huh? Okay, get back to what you were talking about. I can't remember what I was talking about, but I can remember the direction in which I was going. So let me go ahead and just go in that direction. We can't sit back and pretend like that. Hold on. Damn. Oh, that would have been bad. We can't sit back and pretend like Pizarro didn't exploit the hell out of Lolo's situation. I've been working the slave shift and I ain't made shit. I wish I could buy me a spaceship and fly. Heaven knows, past the sky. Heaven knows. We can't pretend like pizza didn't just exploit Lolo's situation and then she had the nerve to sit her virtual arse on Lemon's platform like shit is sweet. Stephanie Collins just done blessed your boy with a 20 banger. Let's see what she has to say. Hopefully she ain't talking shit about me, but we finna find out. Does your standards and code of ethic allow you to say white man's paperwork? Don't worry. When your besties come to get you, we'll have your back. Oh, that's messed up. That is so messed up. I don't work for law enforcement. I don't work for mother effing law enforcement, Stephanie Collins, but I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying. Shit. Not the white man's paperwork. Okay, the black man's paperwork and in the Hispanics paperwork. There's diversity in the mother effing paperwork. There's diversity in the paperwork. Shit. What up, Prince? Hey, what's going on, Octavius? Shout out to Octavius. Octavius was holding his own yesterday. Octavius has studied YouTube. Octavius knows all things YouTube. So he is going to eventually teach me the ropes of how to do shit. Now, one thing I do have on my side as far as YouTube is I have my own YouTube person. And I'm not talking like Radio Shack. Radio Shack is like, I live across the street from YouTube. Silicon Valley. I live right across the street. I just walk my happy ass on over there. I knock on the door and they're like, oh shit, let me go ahead and take your complaints about this person and let me strike their shit. I don't have those connections like Radio Shack. But I can email a specific person, right? And that's why my privacy complaints, and don't forget, my shit is out there. So when it comes to these privacy complaints, I go the whole way. I take it there. They're like, okay, so what do you want to do? So you're gonna need your address, you're gonna need your identification, you're gonna need all these things to take it even further than what you're taking it now. Oh damn, hell, here we go. I have the shit in a file. I just send the file. Here's all my shit. So when I do privacy complaints and I do this shit and I do that shit, I go the whole way. I will take that shit to trial. I really would. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. Oh shit, we got a new member up in here. We got a new member up in here. Always be a cruiser for life. For life. For life. has become a member. Let's go, Bella. Let's go. So I'm talking about right there. She don't want to miss shit. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So Pizza decided that the drag, and I listened to it last night when I was on my way to bed, right? After I got off Lemon's platform, I asked him, hey, is the live still up? Oh, of course the live is still up. Of course it's still up. If you're going to exploit somebody, how can you exploit them unless the shit is still up? So, of course. So, why was I even remotely surprised that the live stream was still up? That shows you right there that Pizza don't give a damn about Lolo's situation. It's interesting. Give me, damn it. It's tough being under the weather. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, okay. It's interesting to me, and shout out to Queen Me Atlanta. Let's go. Not I had you at Gargoyle. Hi, I'm just Krista. Oh shit, the sun is coming up. What up, Rachel's heart? What's going on with you? Good to see you, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Nah, I'm saying. The craziest thing about last night, outside of Lemon backpedaling and Uzi popping, that disturbed me. If you guys watched the interaction between me, Lemon, and Pizza last night, I was trying my hardest to keep Lemon standing on big business, right? Like, hey, remember you were upset about her saying that she's at the store, all the while bringing people up, dropping people in the midst of your homegirl getting roasted on the passing of her mother. And Pizza on that platform pretending like she doesn't control her shit. I have no control. I didn't have no control over what people do. We've seen her drop people. We've seen her bring people up. We've seen so much shit going on. And to be at the store on Christmas. Did y'all notice when I was like, yeah, it was Christmas, she was at the store, she had to pause. That late too, she had to pause and try to come up with the next lie. She's lying. If you listen to the exchange last night over at the Grove, the bottom line for Pizarro is and has always been, and even I don't know why we think in this case it's anything different. Money, 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 money. Money. Pizza is trying her hardest to say that we was getting money before the exploitation of Lolo's mama. So that shows you I was already getting money. So now that we are receiving money during the exploitation of Lolo's mama, it cancels out because we were already on the money train. But you see, the exploitation of Lolo's mama extended your platform, extended your time, so you were making money off of the exploitation of Lolo's mama. And let us not forget, Caesar salad. eat healthy, drink water. I wish I would, but I don't. I eat a lot of noodles. I need to cut that shit out, but I can't because I'm addicted to Kirkland and noodles and shit. Damn. And not just Merishon. I eat all kinds of noodles, all the fancy shit. But let us not forget, seriously, pizza is the one that suggested to Lemon to get his mother effing money. We can't forget that. I don't know if I'm going to Lemoncation, friend. I don't know. I'm trying to. I got to raise $500, and then I might go, or I might give the money back. What up, lovely one? Good to see you, friend. Always good to see you. What up, Fridge Nat? What's going on with you? Good to see you. Don't forget, according to Ness, Fridge Nat is a 10-year-old girl or some shit like that. Even though Fridge Nat says she's well in her 30s. Just saying. So which one is it? Which one is it? Pizarro, were you exploiting Lolo's mama for money? No, I was not. So how are you telling Lemon to get his money? I was telling Lemon to get his money before the exploitation. No. And here's the reason why I know that's not true. Because Lemon said he's not going to do that because he doesn't feel right. So if it was before the exploitation of Lolo's mama, why would Lemon not feel right? It was after. And you can't convince me of any other way. It was after. Lemon said to Pizarro, I am a human. I'm sorry I can't be a robot. I didn't want y'all to hear me crying the way that I was crying because as a human being with feelings, yes, I do all the effery, but this is a real life situation that hit. And because Lemon experiences love in real life, he experienced a level of love that penetrated the pause, I think. But it penetrated the virtual wall of YouTube and entered into his heart, and it touched him as a human being, and he shed real actual tears because a good friend of his was hurting. Pizza told him, you got to shut that shit off. You have to be a robot in these spaces and get your money. She said, was I not supposed to get my money? And it was silent, deathly silent. Not only deathly silent on the panel for at least 45 awkward seconds, but even in the chat when she said that, it was like do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Tumbleweeds floating around and shit. It was bad. Because Lemon is so addicted to content, he could not stand on big business even when he was 100% in the right with all of the facts. I'm not too sure why Lemon thinks he needs the spaceship. He doesn't. Now, I'm not going to be naive and say that Pizarro needs the Grove. She doesn't. They don't need each other. The only real issue I have, though, is that only one person is playing in the other person's face, and it's disgusting. Now, I did lay down, and I had to listen to that disgusting Just Krista bashing of Lolo and Lolo's mama, so that I could have an in-depth conversation with you guys this morning to, connect dots to what I was already going to talk about, which was the humanistic side of Lolo that a lot of us take for granted. So I wasn't able to catch all of Lemon's live, and my hope is that she didn't finagle a way or figure out a way to get a wrench back from Lemon. What up, Nosy? What's going on? What up, Precious? What up, Suki? Suki Minaj? Anybody else that snuck in? Sweet one that snuck in. Shout out to Sweet one. What up, Terry? Hopefully I said what's up to you, Terry. I know the addictions is just nasty, Terry. It's nasty. It's a nasty one. Good thing I don't eat noodles while drinking, Kirkland. That's disgusting. Couldn't do that. Tastic T, did I say hi to you? I better have. What's wrong with me if I didn't? Something wrong with me. All right, Noble. I'm glad you agree, and thank you so much for being here, Noble. What up, Cree? So hopefully I did this live stream justice. Hopefully I did something that mother effers can't do, and that is give Lolo extreme replay value whenever she's down, whenever she's feeling a certain type of way. She can rewind the things that I said about her because they are true, and it can give her strength. That is my hope. You see, I'm not downing Lemon's ability to try to protect Lolo. The only issue with how he's going about it is he's putting too much of himself in the scenario. So when you do that, there's no real replay value for Lolo. Because your sentiments and your condolences, they only hit one time. If you keep saying it and keep saying it and keep saying it, it kind of loses its meaningfulness. Like my wife and I, we tell each other we love each other a lot. But there is a look that we give each other when we say it. And the reason why is so that it doesn't lose its pop. Some couples will say that they love each other ad nauseum, out of formality and obligation, and it's like breathing, and it loses its sting. Ring, ring, ring. Hello. Hey, babe, what you doing? Nothing. Just chilling, just got finished running our kids to this and that and this and that. Oh, really? I'm almost off of work. I can't wait to see you when I get home. Really? Why? Oh no, I just like seeing you. You know that. I never feel quite right when I'm not around you. Aw, you're so sweet. Well, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? Did you do that? Yeah, I got all that done. Thank you for checking in on me. All right, they calling me. I gotta go, babe. All right, babe. You know what? What? You know how much I love you, right? Oh yeah, I know how much you love me. You know how much I love you, girl. I love you so much. I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye. You can't go wrong with that kind of love. For a lot of people, it's ring, 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 ring. Hello. What up? What you got going on? Nothing. Just taking the kids here. Just taking the kids there. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Last night was great. Yeah, last night was great. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll be home probably like 15 minutes, 20 minutes late. Yeah. Okay. I understand. Yeah. Just work hard. You know what I mean? Don't let them stress you out. All right. Thanks, babe. Appreciate you. Love you. Love you. Bye. Bye. That type of love, I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying it's obligation. And it's just part of the structure. It's just part of the structure. What up, Shy? What up, Beans and Cornbread? Hey, Phoebe, you know you got to check the imagery over here, Phoebe. Come on now. Not Teddy Ruxpin. Mama, what? Can you record something without me knowing? And then I'm gonna talk to Teddy Ruxpin, please, Mama, please. That's fucked up. I had a shit ton of siblings growing up. Man, that's messed up, Jessica. Beans. Mika and Sour Patch was going off on your ass, and I was eating all the popcorn up in Mika's chat. Lemon is a mouse being played. I see what you're saying with that. I see what you're saying with that. Oh, thank you, Sour Patch. You know, could be the illness that I'm under, but hey. Ooh, Binary being sick got a little bass in his voice. Oh shit. So I start hacking and shit, and that's disgusting, right? Oh, Mika and Sour Patch, Beans and Cornbread, they was talking shit. And I was eating all the popcorn. I was taking notes. Well, anyways, that is going to conclude that segment. So you know, Lolo, we are praying for you over here. The code breakers, you know how we give it up. We are well balanced over here. We have emotional intelligence, and we know how you give it up. All right. So Code Fam, the Green Team, Codification Squad, the A1 mods, the Code Breakers. We're praying for you, sis. We're praying for you. What up, Drip? There go the evil twin right there. So let's go ahead and shift. But before we talk about Shakim and Shakim having these streets ablazing, because this is what he does, and it's so funny how a lot of people don't realize how Shakim operates at this point in time. It's like, come on now. Y'all gotta know how he gives it up. I'm not surprised. And I'm still not mad at Shakim. Shakim is still welcomed over here. Shakim can still hit the link. Shakim can still drop down. Shakim can still hit me on Instagram if he wanted to. I mean, I'm just talking shit. Because I know Shakim. Shakim is doing what Shakim does. This shit is par for the course. Right, Knowledge? I don't know if Knowledge is still here, but Knowledge knows. If you're from the Umar Johnson sector, what you're seeing with Shakim is Shakim, and you're just not surprised. And you're not concerned. And you're waiting for the jaw-dropping moment of how people sweep every damn thing under the rug, and now he's back in everybody's good graces. Shakim has a way about himself, and I can't wait for that transition because it's happening, you guys, and we're going to talk about it. But before we talk about that, I think I just saw some people enter in. Didn't I just see some people enter in, or am I tripping? Yeah, Miss Margot. Shout out to Miss Margot. And I tremble. Shout out to Miss Margot. You know, her name is Miss Lewis. And don't forget Mosky Lewis. I'm terrified of him. He just has that look, don't he? That's fire, baby.
Fire, baby. That's fire. That's what I'm talking about.
Would you tremble? You're damn right I would tremble. If I ever got into a beef with Mosky Lewis, I would be trembling, damn it. I would be scared. I'd be scared he'd be showing up right at the door. What you say about my mama? Oh, shit. I'd be scared. But shout out to you, Miss Margot. Thank you so much for being here. What up, Shell? What's going on now? Hello, everyone. I like Shakim, but I wish he would do things in a different way. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Nah, he's not going to do things a different way, but it is going to be very entertaining when he shifts. Just wait for the shift. Trust me, it's coming. I'm No Joke says good morning. Nope, we all know how Shakim gets down. Yep. Too Big for Skinny Jeans said he's mad at you. I know he's upset. He'll get over it, hopefully, because I needed that exclusive from Anti-Afro Svengali, and wasn't nobody going to ruin that shit for me. Okay. Shakim definitely has the streets on fire. You know what I mean? And that's what he does. That is his contribution to all sectors that he's a part of. And damn, it seems like we're just into the Shakim commentary right now. But I want to save that because it might not be a bigger fish to fry, but it's a fish. Let's listen.
Now listen to me, you little bitch. I'm gonna ask you some real simple questions and I want some real simple answers. You understand? You bought the bottle of beer about 11:15?
I bought the beer and I accidentally dropped it.
You bought the bottle of beer at 11:15.
At 11:15,
But you bought the bottle of beer definitely at 12:15.
Yeah, it was 12:15. Exactly. If I'm not mistaken, it was
Now
12.
you see something? Now you see now. You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I
See what I'm saying?
I thought.
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
Well. Brook University is on that BS. Did y'all see Brooke yesterday? Bumbling and fumbling. She is probably going to drop down out the clouds and try to virtually kick my ass from the chat, but there is no link dropped, so I am free to speak. I have a First Amendment right. There are 5 elements to the First Amendment, and one of those elements is freedom of mother effing speech. Ooh-wee. Yesterday was so bad. Lemon was so hyper focused on the names that were on those receipts that his mind could not allow him to venture into the realm of a group. Damn. Ugh. Okay, let me try that again. A group. There it is. I was trying my hardest yesterday to bring Lemon's thought pattern off of the names on the receipt and think just a little abstractly about the group. The group. Okay. Brother in Christ, that was not a goddamn exclusive, my guy. And 2 who ain't got warrants. I have 5 active warrants in 6 cities each. Come get me, laws. Oh, damn. Damn, girl. What you doing out there on the streets, Stephanie Collins? What are you doing in the streets, girl? Shit. Stephanie Collins out there running amok. She's running amok. It wasn't exclusive. I didn't know you liked D Darrell the way that you banging for him. Give me 1 second. Ooh, that was nasty. I didn't know you was but I don't know if it's your like for D Darrell or your disdain for the AFW. Probably the latter. Probably the latter. So that's right. Fee, rest in peace, Momma Lolo. Absolutely. Okay, Brooke and Malik were part of the group, but not part of the group that flagged him. How stupid is he? Damn. He's not stupid. He just wasn't thinking. That's all. I don't know why he wasn't thinking. So, what you're about to hear right now, I wanted to have this discussion on Lemon's platform for content purposes, but he wouldn't let me get my shit off. And shout out to Mrs. Whistledown. It's my homegirl right there. Shout out to Bridgerton. Shout out to Downton Abbey. Shout out to all the legit UK shows. You can't just look at the names. That is such a narrow point of view when Shakim is delivering content. I don't care how old the receipts are. The receipts are showing you that there was a concentrated effort from a group to take your shit down. This is one thing that I want to say first before I continue on with Brooke exposing herself, right? Oh, girl, is that what you look like exposed? Okay. I mean, not bad, but it's not what I was expecting. Wonder Bras, shit. Shit. Wonder Bras are wonderful. They extend the imagination. And then when you take that shit off, reality sets in. Nipples on the knees. Nipples on your knees. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dealt, we dealt. What up, Leanne? What up, Lene? Leanne 2.0, saying your name wrong on purpose. The hell was I talking about? Damn it. Oh, yeah. This is what I wanted to say. We can't blame Ness for having a team. That's smart. You can't be upset with Ness for having a team. Now, you can be a little bit upset of her wanting to take channels down, but don't forget, her shit got snatched. Her shit was attacked. And people were taking credit for her shit. And so, if that's the way they want to play, she's playing the game. So, I never ever looked at Ness sideways for having a team. It's smart. She is in a dirty game and where they snatched her big ass channel away. So I don't fault her for that. I don't fault her for any of this that's going on. It is the fence people. It is the flip-floppers. It is the wanting to be in everybody's ish and trying to say they are neutral.
Now listen to me, little bitch. I'm going to ask you some real simple questions, and I want some real simple answers.
How can you be neutral when you're sitting on damaging information. Brooke ad nauseum kept saying, I stayed out of it. When Ness was yelling at Lemon and when Lemon was clapping back and yelling at Ness, I stayed out of it. You can't stay out of it when you're a part of the group. That's like saying, I've been cripping my whole life. Crip. And we went to Los Angeles. We went through Kelly Park, Bloodstone Villains, you know what I'm saying? And so, the Rolling 60s in the Bloodstone Villains, you know what I'm saying? We cripping, you know what I'm saying? They Pyruing and shit, you know what I'm saying? And they battling it out. But I'm neutral, I stayed out of it. Like, I didn't pull my blicky. I ain't do none of that. I was just on the sidelines watching, you know what I'm saying? You're on the sidelines watching with a blue rag on, damn it. So you're guilty by association. I was trying my hardest to get Lemon to see that point, but because Lemon wants these people to desperately like him or be a part of whatever it is he got going on, he just won't see it. Okay, so publicly, she wasn't saying shit, all the while knowing Nez is going to bust your ass behind the scenes. But because Lemon is so hyper focused on the names that he's seen on the receipts, no, I ain't see Brooke's name on the receipts. Damn it, she's cripping. She's part of the group. Like, what are we talking about? What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? She's part of the group. What up, Black Pearl? What up, Rodney? Good to see you, friend. There go Rodney right there. What up, Nine? What's going on? The Peoples is here. If Petty was a person, is here. Look, the Peoples is here now. Shout out to y'all. Ooh, I can't wait for Ness to hear the clip of Brooke actually saying out of her own mouth that if Lemon had a group and she in her, Brooke, was privy with information that Lemon is planning on striking Ness, that Brooke said she would not tell Ness. God damn. You know you're not effed up right. You know you're not effed up right. Now just hear me out on this portion. If Brooke does not hasten, if Brooke does not go to Ness immediately and clear that shit up, we might have another fallout. Ness is going to write it off as if it's not a big deal, but Ness is the type of person that wears her heart on her sleeve, and eventually that statement is going to bug her. Right now, she's probably whatever. But I don't know, maybe she'll fall asleep, have a dream about it. I don't know how it's going to happen, but eventually that statement of Brooke saying out of her own mouth, if she had information that Ness's shit was going to get popped, she would not tell Ness. That statement is going to bug the shit out of Ness. It is going to bug the shit out of Ness. Brooke needs to go to Ness right now and be like, girl, I was just on that platform. I was just talking shit, girl. I don't mean that. I would tell you quick, fast, and in a hurry. Girl, I would tell you, girl. I would tell you. Now, We know that conversation has probably already happened, about to happen, or finna happen. I know those are all almost all the same thing, but that's just the way it goes. That conversation will never happen with Lemon, and Lemon can't see that shit. I don't know if the left eye is giving him problems for seeing this shit, but he cannot see that shit, and I don't know why. Okay. Okay. Here's Ness. And shout out to Ness. Thank you for being here. Binary, please. Brooke and I are deeper than the surface. I could care less what she says on the surface. Have fun, though. I knew it. But watch. I'm telling you. Watch. I know the psychology of Ness. I got this chip on my shoulder forever. I got this chip on my shoulder forever and ever. Shout out to Rod Wave. Eventually, eventually, maybe not now, but she said that shit. Hopefully she cleared that shit up with you, because could you imagine? I'm just curious. And this is for the chat. This is for my people. This is for the code breakers right here. If Nessa's channel now, if Nessa's channel right now, because she is doing phenomenal. She went back to the verticals. She is doing what she did to have her other channel pop. This channel is popping. There is momentum happening. It's happening. And let's just say that this channel got hit. And Brooke knew what was going to happen 2 to 3 weeks before this channel got hit. And as we're talking about Nessa's channel getting hit and how she has to make another backup to the backup to the backup to the backup, and Ness just going through all the shit Lemon's going through. And then Brooke is on platforms talking about, I just want to be neutral. Yes, I knew about Nessa's channel getting struck, but I didn't want to say nothing. I just want to be. Okay, who would be so stupid to continue doing the same things that cause you to lose your first platform? Come on, facts. Now, that was a diss. But those are facts, though. Those are facts. That's why it was a hypothetical situation, because I know you're not going to do the same shit that you were doing, because you value your part-time gig on YouTube the same way I do. So I get it. But it's definitely a hypothetical. And it was a desperate attempt for Brooke to keep her wrench over at Lemons. I get it. It's almost like a Trojan horse. And there's nothing I can say or do to get Lemon to see that Brooke having a wrench over there might be a problem. Just saying. Now, back to the commentary. Ness having a team, there's nothing wrong with that. She is fighting fire with fire. She's not going to be caught with her pants down again. That's just a saying. Like that shit ain't happening. She's ready. She's locked and loaded. She's not only on the defense, she's on the offense. She's handling business if you got problems. If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolver. Bing, bing, ding, ding, bing, bing. You know? But Brooke, she's going to have a lot of explaining to do. Brooke and Lemon are cool to a certain extent, and Lemon admitted that. Okay, I know we are not as cool as you and Ness. Lemon, last time that I checked, shout out to Nipsey Hussle, RIP. I thought you and Ness were not that cool right about now? Mm, mm, Last point that I'm gonna make, and then we're gonna talk about Shakim, and it's a great transition. And I will drop the link while we talk about Shakim. Last point. Lemon. It's not about the names that you see on the receipt. It is about the receipt. Ness has a group. Nothing wrong with her having a group. The group is larger than the 4 or 5 people you see on the receipt. I'm about to drop this link, but let me drop this sobering thought. I just want to drop this sobering thought. How did Shakim get those screenshots? And how did he conveniently not show the portion where he's commenting? Because it is a group. He was part of the group. So Shakim, although his name wasn't there, he was part of the group. Don't forget, one of those receipts that he's shown said, hey, if we can at least get 10 people to do this, then YouTube will pay a little bit more attention. And so they were able to do that. But you don't see all 10 people. You have to think just a little bit more outside of the box. You're not up against NBK. You're not up against Exposed TV. You're not up against Honeylove. And at this time, I don't even think you're up against the finessers at all. But when you are battling, just know you're battling a group, and Brooke is a part of it. Okay? Okay. Shout out to Intrinsic. Let me go ahead and drop this mother effing link. And shout out for Ness for being here. I appreciate you being here, friend. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. There go Ness right there. Ness was talking her shit, saying that I'd be laughing for hours at my own jokes, which is true. Damn it. Trying to work on that, but I, can't teach an old dog new tricks and shit. Come on, YouTube. Let me pin that link. There we go. I appreciate that soul fight. I try. Now, let's see. She says, oh, we letting Shakim vomit his heart out. Just no, nothing he posts will expedite our process. Lord. Damn. She got something in the water. She got something in the water. Ah, shit. Y'all hear that? The water's boiling. The water is boiling. Y'all smell that? Smells like pho. Rodney says, Ness, I know you and Pizza don't get along and we curse each other out as well, but I'm glad Pizza called Lemon out on his bullish yesterday. Really? Pizza called Lemon out on his bullish? Pizza be in that bullish, man. Pizza get on my nerves. I swear on everything. Pizza get on my nerves. Everybody and their grandmama knows that Pizza was not at no stove on Christmas night. Everybody knows Pizza was not at no stove. Pizza was steadily collecting those cash apps. Drones 100. Drones. Oh, shit. Let me go ahead and keep getting paid off of the exploitation of Lolo's mama. Okay, fine, certified. Damn it, she get on my nerves though, but fine. I'm gonna slow it down. What up, Brown Sugar? What's going on with you? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so let's jump into the Shakim commentary. What up, ODS? When Shakim said he was taking a break and he didn't, that's when I knew something is on the horizon. Shakim got upset with Stefan and said this: Stefan moving in on my bestie. I'm curious to know if there was ever a scenario in Ness's mind that had Shakim as her bestie. Because if that was a one-way street, things may get a little dangerous. Dangerous. What up, Jada? What's going on with you? And the reason why I say that is because if Shakim truly believes that Ness was his bestie, and Ness was like, not really, I treated you like how I treat everybody else, that could do a lot to his ego. And that could have him release the Kraken. When I was over at the Grove last night, one thing that Lemon was saying, I'm playful but don't play, is here. Shout out to you. One thing that Lemon was saying, and that I was trying to let him know, you're in the middle of the matrix and you don't even know it. Lemon kept saying, Shakim keeps doing the same shit over and over and over. How are people still subscribed? How are people still finding this entertaining? How are people, he has not changed his read on me for a year and some change. I'm trying to let Lemon know that is his superpower. So you complaining about that right now is feeding into what he does. This is what he does. There's a person who goes by the name of Rev G in the Umar Johnson sector. And Shakim likes to talk about Rev G's teeth. Shakim talked about this man's teeth for about 2.5 years straight. And don't forget, in the Umar Johnson sector, if you got 30 to 40 to 50 to 60 to 70 to 80 to 100 people in the chat, between 30 and 100, you popping. You viral in that bitch. If you can consistently keep 30, 35 in your chat, that means you are doing numbers. If you get 100 in your chat, that means you viral. So right now, I'm double platinum up in this bitch. Shakim did the same ass teeth jokes on Rev G for 2.5 years and maintained about 40 in his chat. You see, what he relies on people that don't like the person he's talking about. That's what he relies on. So there was a solid group of people that did not like Rev G in the Umar Johnson sector, that if Shakim hit go live, they would be there and they could care less that it was the same ass shit. They just know that he was talking shit about somebody they don't like. What up, Victoria? What's going on with you? Shout out to you. And Jada says she's going back to the clouds. And so if you're not really digging Lemon, you don't really care that he's doing the same reads and the same this and the same that, because at the end of the day, he's talking about Lemon. And you would think as a content creator, you would get sick of saying the same shit over and over and over. But Shakim is not sick of seeing that Cash App grow and grow and grow. And those super chats hit and hit and hit. So he isn't going to get sick of talking about Lemon until y'all are sick of paying him. There came a point in time to where Shakim was talking about Rev G, and he could not crack over like 25 maybe in the chat. And so when you're in the 20s, 10s, 15s in the Umar Johnson sector, that means they kind of moved on. And so when they moved on, he started switching his shit up, and he wanted to talk about No Jumper again and Flacco and all that. And as he started talking about No Jumper and all that again, I was interested in it because that was when a lot of shit was going on. And so I took my ass back over there and started enjoying Shakim Ra's content. You see, Lemon wants to downplay Shakim's ability to present content. I would never do that. Shakim is a content creator. He does know how to present content. He does have personality. I will never take that away from him. He is very, very entertaining. I will never take that away from him. And so I was over there. I loved how he was covering No Jumper, talking this shit about Flacco, and I knew that he was probably going to unleash the Kraken because he's getting the momentum, and this is probably going to be talking about Flacco for about another 2 or 3 years or whatever. You know, so, but I liked it. It was a change. And around this time, I started doing a little bit more investigating on the B sector, and I found my angle, and I took my shots, and I invited Shakim to partake, and he did, and so we are here. And that's how that goes. So this is the thing about Ness, though. Let me just say this. Shakim is being extremely careful when it comes to Ness. Extremely careful. You see, the bridge is burnt, but it's not burnt down. So the Shakim Ness bridge is just ugly because it's burnt. And you got to risk your life going across it because you don't know if the bottom of it's going to fall out while you're crossing over the bridge. So Shakim is treading lightly because he does not want to burn that shit completely to the ground. Because at the end of the day, Shakim actually likes Ness. He was just in his feelings when Ness was trolling the living hell out of Lemon. You see, I don't know what's going on with Shakim, but Shakim has something going on because he is deep in his fifis on just about everything. I was getting my exclusive from Anti-Afro. He got in his fifis because I didn't let him come up. Now he's saying I didn't know what direction he was going to take the conversation. He could have been on mute. He could have been on this. He could have been on that. I didn't want to take the chance. I didn't want to play no guessing games on which way you're going to take a conversation that I've been waiting for 4 years to have with this lady. I'm not playing those games. And as soon as she was down, because she realized he was backstage, and so out of the kindness of her heart, she sped up the conversation so that she could drop down so that I can immediately bring Shakim up. And I even respected that she would do that, but Shakim wasn't having none of that. because he was in his feelings for whatever reason. The same way he was in his feelings with Ness and Lemon. And now what's happening is maybe he's coming down from that, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. It could be extremely personal. So I'm not trying to dig too deep into whatever that is, all caps. But now that the smoke is starting to clear from whatever that bomb was that happened in his life, he's starting to realize that he's burning bridges that should not have been burned. But now that Ness isn't really taking no ish, and now that Ness hit him with a light tap talking about how much he stank and shit, now he has to double down on his direction of what? Exposing the finessers. I don't think Shakim wants to do the shit that he's doing. Damn. Anti drops down and says, fold up body, aka Shakim, doesn't like anyone, including himself. Shit. Shakim Ra must attract a certain audience. He speaks on Lemon so much, I started watching Lemon again. Damn, fruits of labor. Hypersensitive. That's what Come Pillow Talk with Bae, my homegirl, my codification squad member right there is saying. Good to see you. And you screenshotting bums. Oh, damn. And now she's saying, take this with you. Shit. In transit, we don't give a fuck. We don't give a damn. Shit. Look, if you were part of the finessers and you got kicked out the group, and then you come into this messy ass chat and you're in the clouds and you're reading this shit, damn, that shit's gotta hurt, man. Especially like if you want to be a part of the group. You know what I'm saying? That shit's gotta hurt. Screenshot this. We don't give a hook. Damn. Right. She said there wouldn't have been a convo with him. She would have dropped down. I know. And I didn't want you to drop down because I was having a good conversation about D. Darrell. December Baby says, Ness, you just need to humble yourself and mean what you say for you to continue to succeed in these YouTube streets because you know what it gives. Don't feed into all that negativity. 100. Or you will never grow. What up, MVP? What's going on? Only because I was sick and I overslept, Ash. Only because I was sick and I overslept. That's all. I woke up like, I'm late. Shit. Rasta Baby said, it sounds like you want to be a part of the group. Nah, I'm just being unbiased. That's all. I'm just being unbiased. And I don't got no issues with the Finathers, just like I don't have no issues with Dindara, just like I don't have no issues with the Grove. It's just that they're going to think I have issues with them once I start talking about them because of all the shit that's going on. You see, I'm so glad that I was able to carve out my own lane and I don't have to be dependent. You see, Shakim is moving into independence. And shout out to QI. QI has been on her shit lately. So shout out to her. She has been very, very on point in the chats. You know what I mean? So shout out to her. I'll be seeing her in all these chats because y'all know how sometimes QI could give it up, especially when she's delusional when it comes to Mel and shit like that. But QI has been on her shit lately. So shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Not a graveyard. Damn. All right, fruits of labor. Appreciate you. Yes, accountability in this sector. Yeah, that's tough. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. Right, Miss Whistledown. Victoria, accountability is a tough one. So Shakim, what he's doing right now is staying relevant. By any means necessary, he is staying relevant, and you can't fault the man for that. Where's the content leading him? Where's the content taking him? Where is it going? He's going to go in those directions. You guys know there would have only been 2 concerts if you didn't support the concerts, right? Oh, I get it, QIQ. I was like, I got to protect my business. Shit. You guys know that, right? There would have only been 2 concerts if you didn't support the concerts. Now, the first concert, although I knew Shakim was full of BS, right? Not Eventbrite tickets, not people asking for their money back. No, I was like, damn, Shakim over here running amok. He's running amok. Shakim's running amok. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how much money he finessed. I could not believe it. And then when you seen the product, right? I mean, it was so bad that even Envy was in on the troll, right? But when you seen the product, oh damn. Ah shit. Rodney. Ah shit. When you seen the product and you were only entertained based off of the audacity of charging. Okay, just please listen. It was supposed to be members only, ticketed event, and you paid your $10, $15, $20. Some people paid $50 for exclusive rights through Eventbrite. And it ended up being a public concert. This was when I was not a member of Shakim's. And even in my mind, I'm like, damn, should I become a member so I can see this shit show that's about to happen? I really want to see the level of disappointment people are going to have because I know what's about to happen. And so I was considering being a member, but then I was like, nah, I'm just going to hear about it. I'm just going to hear about it through all of the commentary for people that were members that saw the shit show. And I'm just going to have to activate my imagination and talk my shit that way. And so when he did the pre-show, and I was in that chat, and I was rooting him on, let's go, let's go, let's go. And when it went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 concert time, and my black ass was still there, I'm looking around the virtual walls with my eyes big as shit like, do y'all see me? And then other people started typing in the chat that weren't members. I'm like, wait a second. Oh, snap. Do y'all see these people? And we watched the entire concert. I think that concert was close to 1,000, if not pushing the envelope, if not going past 1,000 in the mother effing chat. Oh, is that a moment? Did I miss a moment? Come pillow talk with Bay. Oh, damn. I do not want to miss a moment on my Kendrick. Pickaboo. Pickaboo. Sage says she remembers that shit. Damn. So I get the first concert. I get the support. I get all that. And don't forget the outrage that ensued. But the second concert, when you already knew what was finna happen, then the third, then the fourth, then you just fast forward to what, the 15th concert in Sacramento? God damn. That is the Kraken. He unleashed the Kraken. And people eat that shit up. That's how Shakim gives it up. It is a superpower. Please don't get it twisted when dealing with Shakim. Unless he has changed now due to his beef sector success, he may have changed his mentality. But if he hasn't, he's still dangerous. And here's why. What up, doll baby? Here's why. Just like me, numbers don't move Shakim fully. It is based, what moves him is based on how he feels. Unless he's changed. If he's gonna talk you about the same shit over and over and over and over ad nauseum, he's just gonna do it. That's just what he does. He'll do it with 5 in the chat, 10 in the chat, 15 in the chat, 20 in the chat. And as a bigger content creator, you're thinking to yourself, I'm winning. Ain't nobody following this dude. Ain't nobody listening to this dude. The only person that needs to listen to him is the person he's talking about. So when Lemon admitted that Shakim does the same shit about him over and over and over and over and over, and it's getting boring and it's getting that, Shakim took great pleasure in knowing that Lemon is still listening. And he is going to continue reading him the way that he's reading him because he knows that that bothers him. Now, he may slow down a little bit because Ness has made it abundantly clear and has proven it that she doesn't watch him. Which is probably why he has not really been talking about Ness ad nauseum on his platform, but he does go other places trying to steer the conversation onto Ness. What up, Lala, right? That how you say your name? Hopefully I'm saying your name right. What up, just trolling? Shakim loses his mind when somebody that has absolutely no loyalty to him goes live over him. Ah, shit. They're saying Lemon needs a restraining order. I don't know. Unbothered says Ness just can't be botted. So I'm curious to see where this goes. I'm curious to see how far Shakim is willing to take this stuff. Now, one thing that I do want to talk about, first off, the link is pinned. But now that I'm about to get into the psychological breakdowns of some stuff, I may not, be behind backstage to see you right away. So just bear with me if you do click the link and want to come up, because I want to get into my doctoral mother effing bag real quick. You see, what we experience from Lolo's life, the glimpses of her life that she shares with us on YouTube, what we actually experience is her not taking her life for granted. That's what we're experiencing when it comes to Lolo. You see, just Krista, on the other hand, definitely feels like she missed out on life. Just Krista is using this platform to try to fulfill some areas of absence in her life. You see, just Krista, her attitude in her personality and persona is giving, she's never been that girl. She has never been the highlight of another man's life, world. She has never been loved fully. She has only been used. You see, just Krista reminds me with her profession of being a nurse, maybe she has a little bit of money or had a little bit of money. She reminds me of the woman that the guy is only with her for money. She is keeping a man. He was a kept man. And as soon as he got his shit together, he threw up the deuces. You see, just Krista reminds me of the type of woman that if you are her man, you are there based off of obligation and obligation alone. You are there for duty. You are reporting for service. That PlayStation doesn't pay for itself. Her legs are open. Your face is there. You know what I mean? She has not experienced real love. So she always takes her life for granted. Now, on the other end, Lolo does not take her life for granted. She lives in the moment. And you've seen that by the way she beautifully displayed her care for her mother. And like I said, unfortunately, she did show the good, the bad, and the ugly. But what we seen with Lolo was her ability to cultivate gratitude, not only for who she thinks is her friends on YouTube, but for her family and for her mom. You can see that she was aware of the love that surrounds her. That's why it's always positive with her. That's why her anxiety and stress was lessened. But with just Krista, her shit is heightened. We always question Lolo. Damn, Lolo, why you let this person do this? Why you let this person say that? Lolo, why are you not paying attention? This person's using you. This person's doing this. It's because her life isn't fragile. Lolo has a mental fortitude that is strong. Just Krista don't have that. Just Krista's life is in shambles. It's fragile. Her ego is bruised and wounded. You see, Lolo, because she has the resilience and strength, she's stronger. And that allows her to move and not be stuck when people are talking shit. And when people look at her a certain way. Just Krista can't do that shit. Just Krista has a singular focus because she's a pick-me that has never truly been chosen for her, only for what she can provide. She has a singular focus. Now, dare I say, Lolo has a singular focus, but hers is of love. She has a sharpened focus, and it's on love. Always striving to better not only herself, but those around her in whom she loves. You see, just Krista strives to tear down in order to stand on top of the dead corpse to make her seem taller than what she really is. Just saying. Although the relationship is not balanced between Lolo and Lemon, it is deeper. It reminds me of the relationship between Ness and Brooke. It is not balanced, but it's deeper than the surface. Lolo and Lemon have a strong connection that just Krista and Lemon could never have, and just Krista is jealous over that. You see, just Krista and Lemon can never have the type of relationship that Lolo and Lemon have. One, because just Krista is not Lolo. And two, because just Krista does not know how to love genuinely. Nothing is fresh. Nothing is exciting. Lolo brings freshness and excitement to Lemon's life because she's just a real person. She's not on YouTube sucking on fudgesicles. Lolo actually has real value that's not shock value. You get very complacent when you deal with the likeness of a just Krista because she is a one trick pony. You see, what the love of Lolo does is it fights against complacency. When Lemon was trying his hardest to express to Pizza the level of hurt that he has due to his friend going through what she was going through, Pizza could not compute. System overload. I am a robot. I have no feelings. You see, Lolo combats that. You see, what Lolo does for the sector that is on BS 95% of the time, what Lolo does is she promotes a sense of presence, gets us out of our funk and puts us into real life for a few minutes, and then we talk our shit. When her mom fell, that was a real life moment that got us out of our funk, and then we reverted back to talking shit. When she does her mom's hair, when she makes her mom dinner, when she does this, she has these little interactions with her mom. It promotes presence in real life. So many people are so fixated on this application that they forget that this is a virtual world. And so when reality really sets in, they are either anxious or depressed because in their virtual world, that's where all their anxiety and depression go away. And so what Lolo typically does, and I'm pretty sure she does this for Just Krista, and that's why Just Krista has such high disdain for Lolo, is Lolo will bring and promote in the moment presence. What's happening right now? I'm fucking on a pickle. Oh, my presence sucks. One beautiful thing about the psychology of not taking your life for granted that I'm learning from Lolo too is it's steering me away from a hedonistic perspective. We know that hedonism in America go hand in mother effing hand. How do you feel? How does that make you feel? What's your pleasure? What's this? What's that? Lolo's presence counterreacts against the hedonistic adaptation that we tend to have on this application. And I like that. Because Lolo is grateful for the small things. And it doesn't have to be money. Because Pizza's grateful for any amount of money. Oh, thank you for the 25 cents. Drones, 100 drones. Drones, thank you for the 50 cents. Ooh. Another cool thing about witnessing the psychology of Lolo is what happens is once we get into her mind of how she really operates and how she does not take her life for granted, it fights against the dullness mentally, mental dullness. So we don't take for granted the ordinary things that keep our lives moving. You see, when you come to this application, everything is amplified, and 98% of the shit you see is not real. So what Lolo typically does is she shifts our brain into the ordinary, the mundane, the realness of life. How much she loves her children, how much she loves her mama, how much she actually loves Lemon. There's a certain level of consciousness when we engage with Lolo, whether that is us trying to explain to her how she's being used or this or that, and she seems so naive and gullible or whatever. But then you see it's really just a level of love that she has for people. And don't forget, Just Krista is not a person. So some things that I've learned from Lolo that I want to implement in my life a little bit more is one, I want to practice gratitude a little bit more. And I want to reach out to my mom a lot more than I typically do. I want to really start focusing in on the growth of my life and small factors, not only the major things, not only like, my family and I were moving to a very nice house and stuff like that. Yeah, that's growth. We've been wanting this for a hot minute. You know what I mean? We've been saving, we've been grinding, we've been wanting this. But I mean, just the relationship I have with my youngest son and how it's growing. I don't want to take that shit for granted. So thank you, Lolo, for keeping me focused. I want to not be so stingy. I do have a budget here in the beef sector that, but I want to be able to, because I'm very frugal, I'm very cheap. I am. I want to be able to bless others for real, not only on this app, but, in real life, financially. I really do, because I do have an issue with money. I want to start varying my experiences. That's why I'm strongly considering, as of right now, probably like 20% of me is saying, yes, I'm going to go to Vegas. But that 20% is a real 20%. So it went from 0 to 20% because I do want to have some new experiences. I've never met a content creator off of this. I've never met a content creator. Never. That would be a fun experience, I think. Now, is Vegas the place I should go? I don't know. That's why it's 20%. I don't know. Is that where I want to meet, the content creators for the first time? Probably. I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. And last but certainly not least, is I want to savor every single moment I have on this earth. And that's that. All right, y'all. It has been 2 hours and 11 minutes. I think that has been enough time. I think I have done my job here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this live stream. I will be live tomorrow. I'm going to try to make this a 5 for 5. Don't hold me to it because I don't know how I'm going to be feeling. I feel like I'm getting over some shit, so that's good, right? But I wasn't really as sick as I am now today, but the way I'm feeling, it feels like I'm getting over it. So I don't know. But all right, y'all, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Monday. I am going to get up out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow for sure. And hopefully I could do a 5 for 5. Nah, I'm saying. All right. I want to thank, first off, I want to thank Ness for being here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ness. That's a good look. Shakim ain't going like that too much, but thank you for being here. I want to thank Gub's girl for buying some Kirkland for me. She gave me $5. I want to thank Considering for being a strong member for 8 months. Stephanie Collins then came through, showing her love and appreciation and her disdain for the AFW, giving me $30. I want to thank the new member, being a cruiser for life is a new member here. So thank you so much for being a member. And with that being said, I am out of here. You guys be blessed. Talk to y'all later. Peace. Enjoy Lil Code. I'm trying to promote his music as best as I can. Peace, y'all.
Come on, shawty, take it slow up. You know I'll be there in a second, I'm up. Calm down, little shawty, you know I can take control. Baby, you had no feelings, promise I can bring you more.